Okay, so I'm here at Red Bull Golden Letters with Ayorichie, the winner of the previous Tekken 7 Red Bull Golden Letters, just to talk a few things about the tournament and UKFGC here. So, first off, what's your thoughts on the opportunity that Red Bull Golden Letters gives to players?
The opportunity it gives is sick. You get so many of these opportunities to try and enter and like qualify and stuff like that, which is good for people that want to prove themselves and test themselves. So yeah, the fact that they host a lot of these open tournaments for people to enter, anyone to enter, is really good, and that's how I kind of got my opportunity. So yeah, I think it's really cool. Gives people a lot of opportunities within the FGC locally and obviously all around the world as well. So yeah, it's really dope.
So, just leading on to that, do you have any predictions for the event? Like, is someone going to come in, dominate the whole thing? Are we going to see a big upset?
Well, the big upset is going to be that I'm going to win. No, but in all seriousness, I feel like there's a few people that could definitely cause problems that people might not expect, like Sour Piggy, Nino. These guys play Bears, and Bears are quite controversial in terms of how they play in this game. So I think those guys can definitely cause some damage. And then obviously the Sam brother, Saudi player, who people might not know too much about. But he's really good. So yeah.
Yep. So, sound like again, just a lot of opportunities for players all around the world there to give a name for themselves. And
Yeah.
just leaning on that, how do you feel the current state of the game is with in terms of like patches and how the community is reacting to that?
With how they went with patches, at first they were doing quite a lot of patches and changing the game quite frequently. And everyone probably thought that that was going to be the trend, like it would just carry on doing that. But now it's gone to a little bit stale with the updates, and now people are basically crying out for like changes to certain characters that they feel are too strong, which I understand as a player. Like I get it. Like there's a few characters that they definitely need to be tuned. So yeah, I feel like they've handled it kind of well, but now they've kind of dropped the ball a little bit. But like now Hiachi's coming out, they kind of have that life back in the game. So
So it's kind of like at the start there was like lots and lots of patches, and then it's like they kind of slowed down a bit, and now they're just
yeah,
having a little bit of a chill period before going back into it again.
yeah.
Um, so it sounds like the future's looking healthy there in terms of like patches.
Yeah.
How do you think the community is looking for the future there? Are they going to stick with the game? Are there going to be a lot of people changing things up?
I think a lot of people will stick with the game because for the love of Tekken. I do think there's a lot of people that do dwell on the previous Tekkens and like compare this game to them games, where obviously it's a brand new game in it, so people just kind of have to just take it on board and understand that it's still early days. The game is going to change a lot over time, and you just have to wait and just see if it's a game that you enjoy in it. Like there's still a lot of time and a lot of time to find out if this is the game for you or not, and if it isn't, then it isn't. But the game's cool. The game's really cool, man. And I think this is the probably the best release that a Tekken game has ever had. So just have to take that on board and hope that if you're not enjoying it right now, that you might enjoy it when they announce the new season, or do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
a lot of changes can happen.
it's like it's only a year in.
Yeah, yeah,
There's still a lot that can be added, a lot that can be changed. So, in terms of stuff that can be added, in terms of patches with what he spoke there, like they're still working on them. That changes a lot. Um, is there any characters you would personally want to see added, either from previous Tekken games or guest characters from potentially any other game series or other fighting games?
A lot of speculation about this character, Ancient Ogre. So I think this is a character I would like to see return for the reason of it's a character that has many moves of other characters. So I feel like it's a character that a lot of people can like pick up and be like, oh, like this would be really cool. I can do this character moves, this character moves, this character moves, and it'd be a cool secondary character to have. So it's not a character I'd pick up to main, but it's a character that I would like to play on the side. So for that reason, I would say Ancient Ogre is a character I'd like to return. In terms of like other fighting games and stuff, I haven't really thought about it too much, but that's definitely one that I could say like, yeah, if Ancient Ogre returned, that would be really sick.
So, like, what about any like other guest characters? So, from a character from any game series.
Any game series.
or is there nothing that immediately comes to
If
mind?
I'm gonna be really, you know, like a character from another series, it would probably be like Dragon Ball, which is like
Yeah.
it's too far in it. Like that's going too far. Like Tekken 8 has taken the game to a new level, but I feel like a Dragon Ball character would be a bit,
It'd be pushing it too.
it'd be a bit obnoxious. Like, but maybe it could be a subtle character, like someone like Uber, or I don't know, someone that makes sense. You know, like a human character like Yamcha or Tien or something. But that would just be, it wouldn't make sense. But that's what I would do. Like if it was a Dragon Ball character, I would play it because it's Dragon Ball.
And then finally, it's just like, how does the UK fighting game communities and Tekken just like, how do they stack up against the rest of the world?
I think the UK scene stacks up very well, and I think proof of that is obviously Joker's performance at the Bars Gauntlet, where he went on to win against literally the best players in the world. So I would say that we stack up pretty well. I would say the training conditions that we have are mostly online though, which is obviously a bit of a drawback, but I think we have so many good players over here. So like, yeah, like if we all went out to every tournament, the high chances are, you know, one of us or a couple of us are going to do well. So I think we are pretty well against, you know, the vast majority of the world, to be fair. Yeah.
Okay, right. Thank you for your time today, and good luck on there.
Thanks a lot, man.